What is up, everybody? This is Evan with Lemons with Clemens. Today, I'm here to talk to you about another lemon, and I want to make sure that everybody really hears this one, okay? Because this has been something that's been constantly in my feeds on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram or whatever it is. I see it nonstop, all right? And the lemon today is that the billionaires aren't the devil. There it is. The billionaires aren't the devil. And it's as simple as that. It's this idea that we have right now that anybody that makes over an X amount of money is instantly evil. And that they're just, I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory or what it is, but we have this utter hatred, just hatred over anybody that makes over X amount of dollars. Is it envy or jealousy? I'm not sure. You know, and the biggest thing I keep seeing, and I see this name popped up. I look on, I read Reddit a lot. You know, I always, and it's such, I shouldn't do that. I'm getting to that point where I'm at that age right now. And if you know what Reddit is, you start to realize as you get older, it's meant for the younger generation. And now that I'm reading it, I realize how little real world experience and concepts these people actually have. And it becomes this echo chamber. And I've talked about echo chambers on social media nonstop. Little Tito's and water for today. It's what got me into this mindset, this idea that all we do is talk about billionaires. And I'm so tired of it. So tired of it. The thing that we don't realize is that everything that you love in your life, everything that's made your life easier, is because of billionaires. And that just pisses people off. It's this idea that these people make way more money than they need to, so we should take more money from them. I don't make that much money. Nobody in the world makes this much money. And what I'm referencing whenever I'm talking about this is a little man, not so little, okay, a guy that we all know, very well known, Jeff Bezos. Everybody knows Jeff Bezos. He started Amazon. Fucking Amazon. Everything that I have around me right now. This microphone, the camera that I'm using, the what do you call them? The pads for sound so that it doesn't bounce off the walls, the soundproofing pads. My monitor right over here. This desk that everything's on. All came from Amazon. Probably the shirt. Who fucking knows? I know these headphones, everything. Now, Jeff Bezos is the easiest person to jump on the train, the bandwagon, if you will, of just hating somebody. All right. And I apologize. I'm going to be looking a little bit down at my notes because I've been writing a bunch of stuff off and it's been a few days since I wrote some of this. So bear with me. I'm just kind of going over a little bit of what I do in my process. I think about all these different things and I have all these different thoughts. I have pages and pages of just stuff that I write. Just stuff that pisses me off. Really. That's what this whole podcast was based on, things that piss me off. And it turns out this hatred on billionaires is one of them. Now, don't get me wrong. I wish I had $1 billion. I don't know if I do because I feel like I'd have family from all over the world that I didn't know that it was my family would be wanting to be friends with me. So, you know, the biggest argument is Jeff Bezos. All right. And what we know is that his net worth. All right, I just Googled this the other day, so it might be different compared to when this podcast goes live. The net worth of him is $200.1 billion. Can you believe that? That your net worth, your worth, you as a human being are worth more. And that is, I mean, and there was a chart, and I wish I had that chart so I can put it up on the screen right here, okay? That chart showed like the net worth of everybody, and it was like a bar graph, okay? and I'm saying this for the people that are actually watching this, okay? If you're on Spotify, you're not going to know what the hell I'm talking about charts, all right? Because I am trying to bring a little more video into this podcast, okay? So with this chart, it was a bar graph and all these people, and you show, this person, Bill Gates or whatever, and then all of a sudden you have this huge bar, and it was Jeff Bezos. Jeff motherfucking Bezos. He should change his name to motherfucker, all right? So $200.1 billion is a stupid amount of money, okay? I think we can all agree on that. That is a stupid... Could you imagine? You can pretty much own a country with that much money. You can start a country. You could buy any company pretty much. Well, not any company. Companies are now getting to be trillion-dollar companies now. But it's ridiculous. And it's hard to actually imagine that many zeros in your account. And it's hard to actually put yourself in a position where you could be that wealthy, okay? The problem, though, all right, so we all hate him. But the problem is, this is a man that took it was a used book company. It was a company that you could, give your used books to, and other people would buy them. It was a trading platform for books. For fucking books. I know a lot of you guys don't know what books are anymore, okay? You're all reading shit on tablets and Kindles and whatnot. We're talking about fucking books and pages. All right? It started there. And then it turned into this giant marketplace that is now trying to be replicated over and over in all these other places. Whenever Amazon was starting to get big is when eBay was a thing. And Amazon single-handedly turned eBay into a fucking shit show. Okay, because they could get something used or new off of Amazon and not have to go through eBay where you have somebody that you don't fucking trust on the other side, which is also a whole nother thing I could do on a podcast on PayPal. eBay is the only reason that PayPal got as big as it was. You had a used books company into the largest company to America. Now you have places like Alibaba, Jumia, something like that. That's a South African version. These marketplaces that are starting to spur up in all these different places around the world because they're trying to replicate what Amazon's done because it's been so successful. All right, and that says something. It's kind of like, the people behind the railroads were so successful. Oil tycoons, successful. All right, Ford, Chevrolet, super successful. Okay, and people continuously try to replicate what they do. You look at Elon Musk. All right, Tesla. People are trying to replicate what Tesla does. You look over in China, they have companies like NIO and Xpeng. Xpeng is the stock ticker, but maybe that's what it is. But you have all these different companies replicating because they see how well it goes and how well it works and how much money is to be made. So you take nothing, all right, fucking used books, and you turn it into an empire at this point. A fucking empire. Imagine that. Single-handedly, okay? And I understand he employs thousands, if not millions of people, okay? But you started off with this idea and you just continue to add and grab and continue to grow it. At that point, it's single-handedly. You become this person. You built this empire, okay? You have to realize this person that everybody hates is Jeff Bezos. There's a demonic idea behind the idea of Jeff Bezos. You see him on everything now. He employs now almost 1 million people. All right, that was the newest numbers that just came out recently. Okay, more than that worldwide. The minimum wage that he has been $15 an hour minimum since 2018, since this became a huge thing before all this COVID minimum wage stuff. All right, and again, I apologize. I'm looking down at all the stuff that I wrote down. I should memorize this, but there's so much shit going on right now. All right, but you have to understand, okay, there's an idea here. Now, we all hate billionaires, but this man has provided more wealth, more jobs, more opportunities than most of you and I ever will. There's more money going around because somebody employed all these people, whether it be warehouses or drivers or or giving people opportunity to sell on their platform and become maybe not millionaires, but thousandaires and get 6 zeros in their damn bank account. And that would not happen without a platform like Amazon. And there's, I've even seen on Facebook when I scroll through how to become rich on Amazon and stuff like that, where you can just resell shit through Amazon. This is all because of him. You've had an opportunity. You've had it. It's right in front of you. You just didn't take it. You didn't know how to do it. And you take that little bit of money and you grow it. And that's what Jeff Bezos did. So he's provided and created more jobs than I ever will. Guaranteed. He has made more money for other people than I ever could. More than you probably ever could, honestly. But it's so easy to hate the rich. And again, it goes back, usually it's envy, okay, because we can't do it or we didn't do it and we want to be able to do it. All right? But nobody fucking works now anyway. All right? So it's so easy to hate it when you're sitting at home getting an unemployment check, and that's where most of these motherfuckers that I see, they're hating from their desk or from their fucking phone that was built by another company that also provides other millionaires and billionaires. So it's so easy to hate these people. And that's been a theme throughout life. There's always been hatred towards the top. People have always wanted to be able to overturn the people at the top. They wanted the control. That's really what it comes down to. They want the control. All right. The problem, though, okay, so you look at Jeff Bezos, all right? We're looking at his net worth. All right, again, $200.1 billion, I believe is what I said. It's a lot of fucking money. You look at that net worth and holy shit, that's a lot of money. How the fuck does this guy have so much money? He's barely paying taxes, I guarantee. I don't look at his tax returns. I don't know anything. I haven't read anything other than online memes. That's what all you fucking people sound like. Honestly. Have you read a tax return from this guy? Because net worth does not mean how much money is in your bank account. And that's a hard fact for a lot of people. Net worth is not what's on your bank account. I bought a house. Not a very great house. Okay? Now, let's say this house was a $100,000 house. That means I have an asset at $100,000. That $100,000 means I have a net worth of $100,000. Do you fucking think somebody like me has $100,000 in the fucking bank? No. And I'm not going to pay taxes on $100,000 because that's not what I have. But I do pay property taxes. I do pay income taxes on my income. And I also pay the utilities, which pay other people. So we're so locked into this idea behind net worth. Net worth. This guy's worth $200 billion. We should tax him more. The problem is, all his money, I guarantee you, a minuscule fraction of the money that he actually has is in his bank account. Everything else is going to be in stocks, most likely Amazon stocks, or other stocks, or in other portfolios, or in real estate. And that's how the rich and the wealthy get away with a lot of things, because they have money, but they don't have actual money. Okay? Because everything is invested. And if you actually want a quick tip on how to grow your wealth and to do better in life, is don't keep money in your fucking bank account. You're not going to do anything with it. You have to invest it. You have to continuously grow it. You have to find a way to have constant income. Passive income is what they call it. To have that, real estate is a great thing, whether it's rental properties or you buy it and sell it, or lease it, or whatever you do. But it's not sitting in anybody's fucking bank. All these wealthy people, it would be stupid. That's how you get taxes, having money in your account. Okay? So you have to understand that. That's the first thing. Net worth doesn't mean the money is in your bank, which means they've invested it into something. You cannot tax an investment. Then you have what's called capital gains tax. Capital gains is what the money you make off of a stock market and off of trading. You only get taxed that if you're trying to take money out. So if you keep the money, if you make a huge profit, because I played the stock market, okay? I play the stock market a little bit, and if I were to put it into something and I make a good chunk of money, that's awesome. I love it. But guess what? That money is still not in my pocket. All that money does is stay into that bank account. And that gets reinvested into something else so I can hopefully grow it again and not lose it to something else. You see how this works now? You're actually not in control. This money is not actually in my ownership. It's not in Jeff Bezos' ownership in a lot of ways. He has net worth because of everything that's going on. He has so many stocks of Amazon, and that is getting traded publicly where you can see it. So he makes so much money based on that. Or he's worth so much money based on that because we know how much he has. If he were to sell every bit of stock that he has, the stock of Amazon would crash and plummet, meaning his worth is not actually that much. Because as he sold it, it would continue to plummet and plummet and plummet and plummet, and it would probably end up at, honestly, half, which is still a shit ton of money, okay? So the entire idea, all right, is taxes, okay? That's where everybody gets so up in arms about, is the taxes on the wealthy, on the rich. Problem is, you don't understand how taxes work. And here's the other thing, okay? And this is something I need to tell everybody. There's already a shit ton of taxes on the rich. Did you know probably about 80 to 90% of taxes, the tax money that goes into the government, is already paid by 1% of the population? Did you know that? But we should continue to tax them. We should have a higher tax bracket for the 0.0001% now, not just the 1%. And you know what? That's good and grand and fantastic. But what you're doing by constantly raising these tax levels is you're losing the incentive to want to succeed. Or you find ways to get around looking successful. So what it does is actually cause loopholes. And this is where the tax people, the people that do tax money, the people that get paid the huge amounts of money for it, they get paid a lot of money because they know the loopholes. All the rich people that are actually wealthy and have all this money, they're not paying all the taxes you want them to. So if you get all excited because your congressman or your senator says, you know what, we're going to fucking tax everybody. All the fucking wealthy people are taking all their money. They can say that all they want, but what they don't tell you is there's 1,000 ways to get around that tax. Why do you think all the wealthy people have huge charitable donations every year? Do you actually think they actually give a shit about everybody? Or do you think they're doing it because it's a tax write-off? It's a tax write-off. So you look at, let's look at Amazon itself. Why don't we just tax the company? Well, this is their way of getting around it. What they do is they take their profit margin, all right? They take their revenue stream. The revenue that they bring in on the books, all it says is that they are constantly putting the money back into the business. And this is true. This is how the businesses get bigger. And this is why businesses don't pay a lot of money, because they put the money into growing it. All right? And so it's saying it's an expense to growing the business, showing that they actually had zero profit. So guess what? They don't get taxed on that money. So you look at a place like Amazon, maybe they're not getting taxed as much as you would like. 100%. I mean, honestly, they probably aren't getting taxed as much as they probably should, but you're also not going to get that shit as quick as you would if they didn't do what they're doing, because they're taking that money that they say are profits, and now they're turning it into a new distribution hub, into more drivers, into more technology to help things go faster, into better servers to maintain the load of people trying to order from their website. That is redistribution of their wealth into trying to make their company bigger. So as you continue to grow your company, you're putting it in so you actually have zero revenue, zero profit. Okay, I know this is boring for a lot of people, okay, but this is something that you need to know. You can't keep bitching about everything and how everything is just evil and all these fucking billionaires are running the world without understanding how business works. You have to know it. You have to. All right, maybe I need to move this a little bit. You can't see my fucking mouth, and I know I make a lot of facial expressions is what I've been told, okay? And if you're not watching, I'm sorry. You should be watching, all right, on Facebook or on YouTube. But you can listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and please, please, please like, subscribe, and review whenever you can. I would love to hear your thoughts. Go to the Facebook page and leave a comment. I love comments. You can send me a message, all right? I'm on TikTok now. I just started an Instagram. I'm trying to figure this shit out, everybody. I need your help. I do need your help. Come on and join me, all right? Anyway, I digress. Back to me bitching about billionaires, or how you feel about billionaires. Okay, so here's the other problem. As you look at a huge company like Amazon, what people aren't realizing, all right, this company needs to start paying more money because they're making too much. You know what nobody's fucking talking about? How many people does this company employ? Like I said earlier, I don't know if you're listening. I said it. I don't know if you're listening, but I said it. Over 1 million people in the United States alone. More than 1 million people if you include everybody worldwide. What that tells me is that that is a payroll. Payroll means income tax. Income tax is where the government gets a lot of its money. Payroll taxes, income taxes, and so if the more people you employ, the more taxes that are being paid. Oh no, but that's those people paying their taxes. That's not the company. Well, the company had to fucking pay the people in the first place. So yeah, the company's still kind of paying it in a way. Unfortunately, it takes money out of other people's pockets because of taxes. Nobody fucking likes taxes. I hate taxes. If I were to go without taxes, I'd be a lot wealthier than I am now if I didn't have any taxes. I promise you that. But a taxable payroll based on a company continuously employing people and having to hire more people, that's good. That's good business. That's good for the state. That's good for the city. That's good for the government. That's just how it works, okay? So here's the deal, though. Jeff Bezos, look, this guy's not done, okay? He's already done it all right? He stepped down as the chairman, I believe, all right? He wants to send a fucking penis rocket to space. I don't know if any of you have seen this, the Blue Origin rocket. All right, first of all, this looks like it's a bad rocket taken out of the Austin Powers movie. In the similarities between him and fucking Dr. Evil. Does nobody notice that? Is nobody going to talk about that out loud? I mean, I know I've seen memes about it, but this is getting crazy. All right? We're sending penis rockets to space like we're fucking Austin Powers and we're Dr. Evil, and I'm here for it. This is what it's all about. This is what America is about, baby. And really, they just need to add a big old giant rocket on the bottom that just looks like a giant set of balls. And I'm all for it. Anyway, net worth does not mean the money is in your bank. All right? Cliff note. Done. My net worth does not depict how much money I have. Maybe owning a car and a house upgrades my net worth, but I pay property taxes on those things. But it doesn't mean that's how much money I have. I'm not paying that annually. So, I'm not wealthy. And you know what? I'm okay with that. My net worth is a lot more than what I'm worth because I've paid off a car and I own a house. But I'm not worth that money. I don't think so. And that's the thing. You look at billionaires, okay? Most of those people have employed people, a payroll, all right, where taxes come from, either way. Those billionaires also pay their own taxes in a different way, or they're redistributing their wealth into other things to grow other things. Maybe they're investing in another company which grows then exponentially based on the money that is given to them, which means employing more people, which is more payroll tax. And guess what? Taxes are still coming in. It's just not the taxes being taken away from the person that you want because you fucking hate a billionaire for no reason. Guess what? That billionaire gave you the phone in your hand or the iPad in your lap or half the shit around you. So hate a Jeff Bezos. That's fine. He is the straw man. The person that you can just look at and say, I fucking hate you. But there's no reason to hate that person. Be happy for him. Be happy that you're in a country where somebody like that can exist. Especially recently with 9/11 being here, be happy that you have that opportunity. Nobody in fucking Afghanistan is making a fucking iPhone for you, and they're not going to make sure that it happens and it comes to your door within a few days. So if you want to bitch about a billionaire, do it somewhere else. Should they pay more? Maybe. But guess what? Everybody that should pay more money found the guy that they can pay taxes to, so they're not paying as much money. That's just how it works. Or they're just going to invest in real estate, and you're just going to be pissed off because you're paying a landlord. And then there's a whole nother debacle with paying your rent and everything, and you can listen to that in another podcast, okay? So at the end of the day, okay, I've talked a lot about Jeff Bezos, but Jeff Bezos is the face of billionaires right now that everybody hates. It's something that we all need to understand. It's really not that bad. Okay, the billionaires are there. The companies that are worth $1 trillion are there, and they're going to constantly be there. What you have to understand is that they are employing people that also pay taxes. They pay taxes on other routes or other ways. Maybe that person or that individual or that company specifically isn't paying the taxes you want them to be, but it's being paid in a different way, in a different aspect. So, I don't know if there's anything else to say about that. I've bitched a lot about it, and I have a little bit left in my glass to drink, so I'll drink it. If you want to stick around for the ride, then I can bitch around for, it's only been a few minutes, so. So let's talk a little bit about Amazon. How great Amazon is. I'm just kidding. This is Evan with the Lemons with Clemens. Thanks for watching.